Hi and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll show you how to make a ribbed edge which creates this beautiful stretchy border for your project. So first I'm going to show you the 1x1 rib, which is my favorite to use when knitting sweaters. Start by casting on however many stitches you want. One thing to keep in mind: if you're knitting in the round, make sure to cast on an even number of stitches so that the pattern stays seamless and you don't end up with two of the same stitches next to each other. If you're using straight needles, I personally think it looks nicer to cast on an odd number of stitches so you have a knit stitch on both edges. Today I'm showing you on straight needles because it's easier for you to see what I'm doing. Since I cast on using the long tail method, my first row start on the wrong side. So that's something to keep in mind because we want the knit stitches to be on the edges on the right side. Therefore, we start with purl stitches. 1x1 rib is really simple to do because you just alternate between purl and knit stitches. Since we start with a purl stitch, we continue with a knit stitch, then purl, knit, and so on. If you need a quick refresher on either of these stitches, I have two videos on them which will pop up on the screen now. When you turn your work and knit on the right side, you'll start with knit stitches since you began with purl stitches on the wrong side. The rule is simple: knit where you see the V shapes and purl where you see the bumps. It's usually pretty easy to tell. If you are unsure, gently pull on the stitches. If you see a V shape, then you should knit it. On the right side, we're just doing the opposite of what we did on the wrong side. What's so great about ribbing is that it's super elastic, which makes it perfect for necklines, cuffs, and hems on a sweater. Now I'll show you another variation, the 2x2 rib, which is done almost the same way. Start by casting on your stitches. If you're knitting in the round, make sure you don't end up with 4 identical stitches in a row. For example, if you're thinking of casting on 10 stitches, you'd be better off casting on 12 to keep the pattern seamless. With straight needles, I personally think it looks better to have 2 knit stitches on each edge. So if you need 10 stitches total, just cast on 10. No need to add extra ones. The process is the same, just doubled. So instead of doing knit, purl, you'll now do knit, purl, knit, and so on. It's easy to see where the stitches are purl and which are knit. Purl stitches looks like little bumps, so when you turn to the right side, start with knit stitches and continue the same way, just in reverse as we did for the 1x1 rib. As you can see, there is many ways to do ribbing, so feel free to experiment with different patterns to find your favorite. And that's how you make a ribbed edge. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will answer as quickly as I can. Bye!